BlackRock says no when it comes to an XRP altcoin ETF. You gotta hear the reasons why. We'll talk XRP price at the end, along with the Bank of...
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Happy Friday 13th, everyone. You made it to the weekend, so put it in cruise control so you can get your butt home after a day of work. Before we get into the crypto news, your comments come first because you, the viewer, matter most. And special news coming up. Giuseppe Russell says, bro, I love the way you bring the news. You're the kind of guy I would go have drinks with, have fun, and still interesting convos. You crack me up. Well, I appreciate the compliment. Edwin3407 has a really great take on this. Klaus, they take great risk to use BTC to their balance sheets. Why? Because nobody knows who created it. When he or she pulls out the plug, the whole financial system in the US is dead. Yeah, that's a big thing. The only reason BTC is so big because no one knows who created it. So like the SEC, other governmental agencies don't know who to go after. Think about it. If you wanted to go after XRP, who do you go after? Ripple. You want to go after XLM, who do you go after? Stellar. Want to go after BTC, who do you go after? I don't know. Nobody knows. And as long as it stays that way, we will be good. Oh, you see my friend here up on the screen? Oh, no, sorry. My little screen in the corner. It's Vader. We're going to have your special announcement real soon here, buddy. But Baccarat Beast says, I have to give Gary Gensler credit for being such a fuck-up, or I wouldn't have been able to capitalize on XRP. Gary Gensler is the most bullish thing ever to happen to XRP. And the big announcement, expected delivery by Friday the 13th, which is today. Vader, that's your DNA test, buddy. We're going to find out once and for all what you actually are. Bitcoin sitting at 100,780. ETH 3935. XRP at 245. Very healthy going into the weekend. Look at HBAR up 5%, 31 cents. We like that action with HBAR. XLM also getting support well north of 40 cents at 44.3. The Bank of England asked businesses to disclose current and future crypto exposure. Look, I got to be honest with you. Every country's kind of doing their own thing when it comes to crypto, and there's still this negative sentiment out there. And that's why I wanted to bring this article to you, to show you. Well, here, let me just share it with you, and I'll tell you exactly what I mean. According to the PRA, the additional information will help calibrate their prudential treatment of crypto asset exposure by offering a clear understanding how firms engage with crypto assets. Are you fucking stupid? How much clearer do you need? You're either going to use it as a store of value, you're going to use it as speculative, you're going to use it as a hedge. Is there something I'm missing? Are we using it for like interstellar map travel? Come on now. This will enable the Bank of England to analyze relative costs and benefits of different policy options, ensuring that regulatory measures strike the right balance between fostering innovation and mitigating risk. Monitoring current and planned crypto-related activities up to September 30, 2029 is part of them to establish a base from which to monitor the financial stability implications of these assets. I just don't get it. There's just such a negative attitude out there in asking to monitor this stuff for the next, 5 years is crazy. Look, you want to, Bank of England, Fed, you want to protect people, tell them, hey, these are what the risks are, end of story. Businesses, let them do what they want, right? Open and fair markets, totally. Why are these bigs out there so hell-bent on going, well, we need to see what the risks are of this? There's risks with everything. What about oil? You can invest in oil as a company, and guess what? The Middle East could melt down, and all of a sudden oil could spike through the roof, and then what? I just don't understand this whole thing where we have to treat crypto with white gloves. Like it's something, oh no, you might have crypto on your books. We need to talk to you about your risks. Do you talk to Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy about the risks of BTC? Because those risks have 3x their money almost. I don't get it. By the way, if you want to read the whole data collection thing from the Bank of England and how they make it seem favorable, you're welcome to read it because it's linked in the description below. Oh, and all those rumors about a BlackRock ETF being filed were false. That's right. I bring you the news whether it's good or bad, happy or sad. And this one, it's neither good or bad because they didn't file for an Xrp ETF. I'm going to tell you the reasons why, and it makes perfect sense. So don't freak out when you hear this. BlackRock sets XRP and other crypto ETFs aside. Here's why. Chinese cryptocurrency journalist Colin Wu has cited Bloomberg's ETF Eric Balchunas, sharing recent news broken by the head of BlackRock's ETF department. According to Jay Jacobs, the wealth management giant at the moment, the spot BTC and Ethereum ETFs remain the company's focus since these products have only reached a few of their customers. Therefore, BlackRock intends to prioritize the expansion of these two ETFs and does not plan to launch any new ETFs in regards to altcoins. Wu reminded the community that the United States regulators and the SEC are expected to pass ETFs, yes, in 2025. That's going to be obvious. However, BlackRock was quick to refute those rumors and the fake filing made on its behalf. That's right, because there was a whole bunch of stuff going out there on Twitter and YouTube talking about an iShares XRP Trust, which is fake. It is false news. Now, the reason they want to focus on BTC and ETF is those products are already out, right? So they already spent the money on R&D. They already spent the money on putting it out to the public. They already spent money on the marketing of it. So they want to recoup as much as they can on those initial investments, right? So why add more expenses to your books for an XRP ETF? Because you think about this, right? We know that BTC ETF is going to be bigger than XRP. That's just obvious. An ETH ETF, same thing, probably bigger than XRP. So they want to capitalize on the first two biggest products and maximize their exposure on that. Then, once they see, hey, BTC and ETH growth is totally like leveled off, then they can focus on the other opportunities. It makes plenty of sense. So don't freak out when you see this. And honestly, if you see one of those channels out there or Twitter accounts posting that BlackRock filed an XRP ETF, they're lying to you just to get views. Where I bring you the news, whether it's good or bad, happy or sad, and hopefully hit the like button, whether it is good or bad news. Speaking of good news, XRP price right now sitting at 245. Look at what I got up on the screen real quick. 7-day percentage, 30 in year to date. You're starting to see a little bit of red in the 7-day kind of pop up here. And on the 30-day, you're starting to see a little red as well, too. A little bit with Doge, and then all of a sudden you get a little bit, yeah, that's it. So 30 days we're healthy. Year to date, we're very healthy. 7 days, a little bit of softness, all right? We're sitting at extreme greed right now at 80 with market volume being fairly low, $211 billion. Let's specifically look at XRP because going into the weekend with price action like this is a good freaking thing. And we got a hell of a pumperoni this morning because, yes, the alerts were going off on my phone super, super early this morning. Let's drop it into those candlesticks and see what we're talking about. By the way, XRP volume under 10 billion now, 9.81. Still very, very healthy though on the volume action. Take a look at the 15-minute candlestick to show that movement that happened this morning. And it was an actual pretty good movement, wasn't it? Yes, it was. That candlestick got us to a low of what, everyone? Check this out. 228, and then all of a sudden the market fought it here for a couple hours, and then boom, rocket shipped on up. These are very healthy moves from XRP. We've seen it now a couple times where XRP has touched some lows and moved very strongly from those lows. So right now, where are we seeing the resistance? Well, the move is still early, but we did see a lot right around that 250 mark. In fact, this candlestick right here got us to 248. This one here got us to 248 as well. So breaking through 250, we need some juicier news. Support above 220? Yeah, it looks pretty strong right now, doesn't it? So volume, okay. Eroding from super highs that we've seen as of late. Going into this weekend volume is a little soft. So will we get any big news this weekend to help out the price? It's going to be a little tough over the weekend. Maybe come Monday and Tuesday, we might when traditional finance opens back up. You also have to think about the Christmas holiday. There's going to be a low volume during that Christmas week with Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and all that stuff. So don't freak out if volume numbers for the crypto markets come on down. XRP price, though, is holding very strong as when it breached through that 240 candlestick, it decided to touch 245. So you can see when the market's doing its buying, it's buying. But when the market's selling, there's support right away, and that's good news for XRP holders. Bank of England, prude, yes. BlackRock filing for an XRP ETF, false. Why? Well, because they want to focus on the products they already got out. I mean, wouldn't you do the same thing if you were a company and you launched 2 products and you put all this effort into it? Wouldn't you want to maximize those first before you put resources into other things? Because you don't want to dilute the exposure. And that's what BlackRock is trying to do here. They're trying to get as many whales as they can into BTC and ETH. And once that action stalls, what are they going to do? Then they're going to rotate into the alts. Just like the store of value play that we're going to see with BTC. Once BTC reaches its height, people are like, yo, it ain't got much more to grow. Well, then what? The alts are going to do it. You have to ask yourself is BTC going to stall at 100,000? Is this the point that BTC honestly just can't break free from, and now all of a sudden the market starts rotating into the alts? And you're always going to have those channels bringing you the hopium bullshit news that isn't true in hopes that it pumps up the XRP price. Look, you want the XRP price to go up, we need the real news to happen. And it's not that BlackRock is filing for an XRP ETF, because they're not. But does that really matter? Because you got a whole bunch of other players out there that did file for an XRP ETF. They want the juice on it, and I think that's cool. So as long as XRP stays in the news, as long as the volume stays hot, and as long as we can get through this holiday season without major price erosion, we're good to go. All we gotta do is survive the next several weeks while the players that are in charge that tried to ruin crypto stay in charge, and we wait them out. Not only are we going to wait them out, but guess what, everyone? In a few days, what do we have? Rate cut decision from Jerome Powell. What do we have a few weeks after that? Oh, new El Presidente. What do we have also? New session of Congress. What else do we have? New head of the SEC. What else do we have? XRP ETFs from companies other than BlackRock. See, I couldn't put my finger. Companies other than BlackRock filing for those XRP ETFs. So we still got a lot of juicy news in the pipeline. So I still don't understand why these losers out there promote fake bullshit stories. Well, I know why. They're trying to get views from you because they're too afraid to bring you the news, whether it's good or bad, happy or sad. They rely on hopium, and next time they do it, tell them to buy you some wine before they dine and 69 ya. Choo-choo, bitches.